sir?
We'll start with the hardest hitting one, Vietnam Arabica. We tried 6 cups of coffee for science.
For science? Sure na ba tayo dito?
Today we're diving into a world of beans, brews, and bold regrets. Welcome to the ultimate coffee showdown. Let's see how fast we could get our palpitations this one.
Yan, naka-ready naman yung Gaviscon natin dyan.
Of course.
Yung antacid po natin para sa may mga GERD dyan pag nagkakape. Okay, so let's get on with the coffee tasting. Because this is gonna be like a coffee battle. So we have here coffee from Aloe, but we're not sponsored.
Baka naman, halo.
Yeah, so we have here 6 different types of coffee. Technically, iba-iba sila ng flavor. Different flavors, different notes, but everything is in medium roast. So the first one we have here from my left is the Vietnam Arabica, aka the Saigon Sipper. The next one we have here is the Hammerhead Blend, aka the Shark Shot. And the next one we have here is the Sultan Kudarat Arabica, aka the Mindanao Mojo.
We have here Ethiopia Sidamo Arabica, aka Queen Bean of Sidamo. And then number 5, we have Nicaragua SHG Arabica, aka the Volcano Roast. And then the last one is we have the Java Robusta, aka the Island Insomnia. So,
Kaka-insomnia ba tayo dyan? Okay, so I guess let's get it on with the tasting. Let's try first the Vietnam Arabica, aka the Saigon Sipper. Kaya ba tayong ipaglaban ng kape na to? Nakabahan na ako.
Siyempre, gusto mo to, di ba? I'm no coffee expert, but from the cupping session that I attended, what they do when they taste coffee is you slurp and then it's kind of like spraying it on your tongue. You don't need to drink the whole cup. So,
Okay na kayong tumikim. I just need a little bit of it.
which do it to the proper way. Yeah, there.
Okay, it's the smooth with the punch.
Doesn't taste like the way they process the bean. It doesn't taste like the ones that I've had in Vietnam when I was working there.
How would you describe the one that's in Vietnam compared to this one?
Well, the one in Vietnam kind of has that artificial chocolate flavor. My client used to joke it's flavored with milk
Motor oil.
because it's strong, you know, that the connotation of being the fuel or at least lubricant for the people with their everyday life.
Yeah. I think this one will be liked by those gusto yung yung chill lang sa umaga, hindi yung ganun agad. Parang feeling ko ganun kind of coffee, chiglain. Pero nararamdaman mo. Okay, so
Moving on.
let's try the next one, which is the Hammerhead Blend, aka the Shark Shot. So, magigising kaya po tayo dito.
So this is brewed or at least blended by Aloe in-house, right? This is their signature,
Yeah.
one of their signature blends.
I actually like the smell of this amongst all. Sa aroma, ito yung mas prefer ko.
Talaga?
Although this is medium roast. But, yeah, let's see.
Seems like you found your favorite.
It's medium roast, but it kind of tastes like a little bit on the darker side. Just for me. How about you?
Slightly less acidic as the first one.
Yeah, slightly less acidic. Yeah, that's why I'm saying more on the dark roast. Kasi diba pagdating sa roast level ng mga coffee beans, the more na nasa darker side ka, the lesser the acidic it is. So, yeah. So, for the third coffee that we have here is the Sultan Kudarat Arabica, aka the Mindanao Mojo. Ikaw naman muna.
Royal, earthy, and ready to overthrow your morning sluggishness. Why does it sound like it's an anarchist kind
Yeah.
of beat?
Nakaka-feeling mayaman ba yan? How would you actually describe a coffee na feeling so royalty? What? Actually nga,
I still prefer the second one. This one is a bit more on the...
per description of... Sige, go. Di pa siya contented. Pero for me, I think the royal earthy tones, yung kind of notes na gano'n, I would say na makukuha mo siya dito. Siguro, ang naaalala ko while sipping this is more of like yung sitting on a high tea. The difference is just hindi ka kumakain high tea biscuits and stuff. Or hindi ka nagti-tea exactly. So, parang ganun, alam mo yun, parang it feels like you're having a coffee in the garden. Medyo ganun yung feeling ko sa kanya.
So, I guess that's the whole point of the video. We're not coffee connoisseurs, you know. We're trying to connect it with feelings and memories, right?
Yeah.
So,
To make it
I agree.
more understandable.
Approachable. For me, the way it's described, it's earthy. So that's the main flavor profile I think I could get. You know,
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
earthy. Very gardeny yung lasa niya.
The thing with coffees, in my opinion, it's a very subjective thing and it's very subtle. I'm sure there's a science behind it on the alkalinity, the oils, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's what emotions or at least memories does it evoke, or how does it resonate with the person drinking it, right?
Yeah. I mean, some people like dark roast kind of coffee.
Yeah.
Some does like medium or the lighter side of things. Like yung medyo acidic talaga, ganun. So, yeah, it really differs depending on which one you really like. Or ano ba yung talagang alam mo yun,
Gano'n ka ba
nakakapagpa-happy
kapait
sa'yo.
sa buhay?
Bakit gano'n? Yung sa akin nakakapagpa-happy, yung sa'yo ka bitterness. Ano ba yan?
Because you can't appreciate sweetness if you
Without
without
bitterness.
bitterness.
Naku, parang may laman yan ah.
Of course. Okay. So this is the fourth one, and this is Ethiopia
Exciting.
Sidamo Arabica, aka the queen bee of Sidamo.
Sitamo.
So,
Yeah, does it live up to its name?
oh wow, this is very acidic.
It's really acidic? Now you're scaring me.
And now, the funny thing with coffee is that some people describe it as battery acid. They call it battery acid.
Well, it feels like it.
But my main question there is, has anyone ever tasted battery acid?
You can smell it, so you can compare it.
So this
Pero
one
by the
definitely,
taste, I don't know.
yeah, this one is on that. But yeah, I'll listen to your opinion about it.
Ugh. Really acidic.
Right.
Parang yan yata yung, so far, dun sa apat, the fourth, siya yung pinaka-acidic.
Yeah.
Parang feeling ko, ano siya, medyo malapit sa vinegar level of acid siya.
Medyo.
But the difference is that more on a mix of floral and fruity taste kasi siya eh. I think there are some people who would actually like this. Those who like UCC coffee.
Oh yeah.
Kasi ito, nasa darker side of things. Yung mahilig sa mapapait like Toby's, ano pa bang pwedeng malapit sa, yung mapapait, like
Starbucks and
Starbucks is, yeah,
Starbucks,
kasi because yung lead
Tim
sister niya.
Hortons, CBTL. So sila yung usually. Figaro is Figaro is
No,
more
Figaro
on the
nasa sour, yeah.
acidic siya.
Nasa acidic side si Figaro.
Both coffee.
I don't know. I don't drink both.
But Tim Hortons, Starbucks, Coffee Bean, they roast their
Nasa dark
beans
roast
on the
sila.
darker side.
So, the first three, more on nasa darker side sila. Although this is not dark roast, nasa medium side. But ito, nasa acidic side talaga siya. Parang I don't want to take this without any food in my stomach.
Yeah. We have our GERD winner.
Yeah, parang hilo na yata. Kakainin water. Ang asim niya. But, yeah. Meron talagang mga tao ganyan sila magkape.
Yeah.
Yung asim level na ganyan.
Well, all boils down to preference.
The number 5 contender is the Nicaragua SHG. I don't know what SHG.
I'll have to Google that. I'll put it
Yep.
somewhere there.
Yep. Nicaragua SHG Arabica, aka the Volcano Rose. So, lasang vulkan pa yan.
There's a certain elevation where coffee grows lang kasi. That's why it's an endangered
Oh, yeah.
crop
Yeah.
nowadays.
Actually, the good side about planting anything around the volcano side is that mas healthy siya.
Yeah, because of the minerals.
Yeah. So, mas nag-grow well yung mga plants na tinatanim around the volcano. So, let's see the difference ng coffee bean na tinanim na ani or na harvest beside or like around the volcano.
You taste it and then we'll compare notes.
Isa pa na.
Told you. It's difficult to describe.
For me, nasa acidic side siya, pero not as acidic as the Ethiopia. Pero ang difference niya, nag-dissipate agad yung acid niya.
It doesn't
Ito
have
kasi-
an aftertaste.
Yeah. Yung Ethiopia kasi parang it stays eh. This one, it nawawala siya agad. It dissipates right away.
I would say, oddly enough, we've put it like bitter and then we have the sour ones here.
Ah, well, we don't
So-
know. We don't know at first.
And that's my segue to the last one. If it's gonna be the sour side and then the bitter side. So, for the last one, we have Java Robusta, the one we call the island. It's so
You know, it's different. Magkaiba yung lasa niya sa ginagawa mong way compared dun sa parang inumin mo lang siyang konti. Parang for me, when you just taste it that way, mas nalalasa mo yung notes. Pagka kasi yung
ininom.
in-slurp mo like that, parang yung sumasampal sa akin agad yung acidity. Kasi hinahanap ko yung nutty taste nung medyo,
Slow.
lang yan. Slow.
Okay. Can you feel the palpitations na?
I can feel it in my head. Like may tumitibok-tibok na sa utak mo kayo. What is this?
I don't know where to put it, but
Wait,
it's
no,
not.
no. Like, very other to. Parang naiba siya sa lahat. Wait, last one
If
more.
I'm not mistaken, Java is in Indonesia, right?
What's this?
I can't put my. It doesn't have an overpowering flavor profile, in my opinion, because the first 5 ones, I would generalize them. These are bitter, and then these 2 are sour. This one,
There's a bit of sourness here. And I couldn't say that it's strong enough compared to this. Pero feeling ko it hits differently. Merong mga ganyang kinds of coffee na you just don't taste the coffee but it will hit you.
my honest opinion about it, it's kind of like that coffee during breakfast at hotels.
You actually compare to that?
That's my
I don't
memory.
know.
That's the memory this thing evokes.
But I guess it's more of,
Yes.
yeah, usually kasi din pag Arabica for me, parang iba yung lasa niya. Parang medyo premium side of coffee bean siya. Pag Robusta kasi parang the one you get from the instant coffee.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's the 2 main. I'm
That's
not sure
why
if
it's
they're.
kind of mild. I'm not sure din kung ganun ba yung concept ng Arabica Robusta. Kasi parang medyo nasa milder side lagi pag
No. From what I could remember, Robusta is what they use for instant coffee because it's easier to grow. Arabica is pickier when it comes to soil, humidity, altitude. This one is more mass market. That's why I immediately remembered, even forgetting that it's Robusta.
But I can't get any like, alam mo yun, like specific. Parang when it comes to putting some flavor notes,
It doesn't have.
it has
a
to be
strong-
Arabica.
Yeah, it doesn't have a strong
Pagka
profile.
Robusta, parang more on,
Bitter.
not necessarily, but,
By the way,
but
it
like,
also has higher cost.
so Robusta has a higher caffeine. But it doesn't have the taste of toast.
So if you're adventurous in trying the flavors, you would go with Arabica and less with Robusta.
Oh my God. Kinagird na ata ako.
Right. So I guess that concludes the first round.
So, for the next round, we have here is the aroma round where we're gonna be giving our insights on what it smells like. So, yeah. Game. So, for the Vietnam Arabica, aka the Saigon Sipper, oh, Parang wine lang eh, nung ginagawa.
Nutty. It's like a rain on a hot pavement. There's a specific. I'm gonna put the term here. So there's a specific term for that when it's raining and the first drops of rain fall.
Actually, may peanut siya. Alam mo yung peanut kapag ka niluluto siya? It smells like rain. Tulad na sinasabi mo. Medyo amoy lupa ng konti. Na medyo amoy.
Alimuog.
Or like,
There's an English term for that. I just forgot.
Yeah. And it's kind of a bit of, may sweeter, dark side of smell siya. Yeah. Ulitin mo. Baka na ko lang sa iba.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So next naman tayo, si Hammerhead Blend, aka the Shark Shot. Feeling ko ito yung favorite ko. Ito ba yung sinabi kong favorite ko?
You like the smell?
Even the smell. I can still remember nung bago siyang brew. Very dark, bitter,
Yeah.
deep notes, ganyan. Ganun yung amoy niya. Couldn't say it's too smoky, but meron siyang parang hint of barrel smell. Just a little bit. Hindi naman sobra.
Smells like burnt toast.
Yun nga. Dark roast. So, lasang sunog, ganun.
Also, if you've noticed, the Arabica beans have more pronounced crema. Crema is the, what do you call that, like kind of like the frothy side, which means there's oil. So you could see Robusta is already
Like, wala na siyang crema. Yeah.
evaporated.
Okay.
Okay, so on with Sultan Kudarat Arabica.
Yep. The Sultan Kudarat Arabica or the Mindanao Mojo.
The Royal.
Alam mo, just by smelling it, bulak siya. Hindi ko siya naaamoy kanina. Parang mas more on earthy taste siya. Yun nga, tastes like garden, pero hindi ko masyadong na-taste yung lasa ng bulaklak sa kanya. Pero just by smelling it, it smells like flower. Amoy bulaklak siya. So, usually kasi sa coffee naman, di ba, it's a mix of the smell and the taste. Hindi lang siya yung lasa lang niya. So, it's a mix of both.
Yeah, one last time.
Actually, mabango siya.
It's very floral.
Yeah. Parang amoy garden nga, yun yung term.
So the next one,
This one, that fourth one.
fourth one is Ethiopian.
Yeah.
Ethiopia Sidamo Arabica. So
Hihilo na yan.
I would say if you mentioned this as floral, this
Floral.
one is a bit on the fruity, just by the smell.
On the fruity. Let me smell. Oh yeah. Amoy fruit na siya. Yeah, it smells fruity.
It's very subtle. As with all coffees, it's a very subtle experience.
Yeah. Parang citrus fruit siya na amoy ko. Ito kasi very floral siya. Amoy garden. May note lang siya na bulaklak. Not like
Obvious na ko alin yung favorites.
favorites.
Okay, this is your favorite.
No, this is
This
my
one.
favorite. The Hammerhead Blend. Because I like dark roast. I mean, that's my preference. I like the bitterness of dark roast. Parang ito kasi yun. Mas malapit siya dun. Okay. Our next is Nicaragua SHG Arabica. AKA, tawag natin dito.
The volcano.
Yeah,
roast.
this is the volcano roast, aka the volcano roast. May caramel siya. Ano mo yung parang toasted sugar? Sabi natin nasa acidic side siya. But it smells differently. It smells sweet, toasted caramel side of things. Yun, ganun yung amoy niya.
Reminds me of that candy, toffee.
Na toffee. Ganun yung smell niya. Okay. And down to the last one.
We have the Java Robusta. So yeah, similar reaction to the previous round. There's nothing pronounced about it. It's
Yeah.
underwhelming, like your incompetent coworker. It gets the job done, but
Yeah, it smells just like an instant coffee.
you don't drink it for
You
enjoyment.
can't smell much on it. Like your normal coffee that you can buy anywhere.
That's why I told you, it evokes memories of waking up, very tired from a business trip, and then you go down to the buffet breakfast, and this is the coffee.
This is the coffee. Yeah.
It's probably also the cheapest.
Yeah, the cheapest.
Okay. So I guess that concludes.
The aroma round. So I guess we're down to our final verdict. So preference-wise, what's your favorite?
My preference is on the first three.
Because you're a dark roast person too.
Yes, I like my roasts bitter. So I know some people would call it sacrilegious because you're literally burning the coffee beans. But in my opinion, that's just my preference. I'm not really a fan of the more fruity and the more citrusy
Yeah, the taste
tastes.
more on acidic side of things. Yeah, same with me. More on dark roast person ako. Not because Alam mo yun, just because mapayat siya or what. Although, when it comes to coffee, I don't like a coffee that doesn't have a taste of bitterness. Because feeling ko hindi siya lasang, like, it's not a coffee if it's not bitter. So, yun. And saka usually din kasi, yung parang acidic side of things. Pag lasang acidic yung coffee, it reminds me of stale coffee bean ba? So,
Yeah.
that's why I like also yung nasa darker roast. Pero if meron talagang just one winner for me, this is the Hammerhead blend. Na specific nilang, ano yan, from aloe. Yeah, pero if you want, parang chill ka lang sa morning, I'd suggest this one, yung Vietnam, kasi mild lang siya. What's the third one? The third one is the Mindanao Mojo. Yeah, parang sa akin siguro, yeah, parang for me siguro ito, pag for mornings, yung hindi ka bibiglain. Ganun. Pero kung gusto mo, yung mag-work ka talaga, shark shot literal, this one. So, ikaw, ano talagang prefer mo overall? 6. Preference lang.
Preference, if it's utility, strangely enough, I find this comforting because it's familiar. So I grew up with instant coffee. You know, my dad was unpretentious in that manner. So he would often use instant coffee and then put creamer and then sugar. So this one would definitely work best with sugar and cream. So yeah, for utility this one. But in terms of if I wanna explore, I'll probably stick with the first 3 and then probably land around with the third one or the second one. This is the Sultan Kudarat and the Vietnam Arabica. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of the second one.
You're not a fan of the second one. Ako siguro, I like it because nasa deep down bitterness siya. Yun lang.
That's
Kasi yun yung preference ko. But if mild lang yung gusto ko, ayokong mabigla. I would go for the Vietnam one. Yeah. There's two, I don't know, kasi masyado siyang acidic. For me lang. Parang hindi siya kaya ng sikmura ako. Feeling ko kung iinumin ko siya on a regular.
Yeah.
So, if you like this video, smash the like button and hit subscribe.
Subscribe for more taste tests, caffeine-fueled chaos, and questionable life choices. So,
Like our nervous system right now. Until next time, stay brewed.
stay bold and always taste before you tweet.
Ayoko na.